All right. Well, I think everybody's still in the other one that I just created. Um, but let me just fix this guy real quick. All right. Yeah. I had to switch it over to Hangout because the OBS software is being weird today. Use Google Hangout for now. I'm gonna cancel. I don't know if anybody's watching right now though, but yeah, somebody's here. Cool. Um, what's going on, man? How you doing? I know who's here though, but let's see. With a live chat here or something. Oh, there we go. Cool. All right. Let's hope everybody can come over. I'll give everybody a few minutes to come over. And all right. All right, cool. I don't know if it's working. No, I don't know. Here we go. Is it working? That's serious face though. Oh my god. Why isn't this not working? All right. Well, let's see. Oh my god. Why isn't this not working? All right. Well, let's see. All right. Well, you know what? Honestly, it's kind of weird because I don't know what's going on with that. I can't see the chat. Um, but anyways, I'm sure you guys are already watching. This is actually the first time I've really done this like on a computer. It's it's weird. It's weird, you know, because normally like on a YouTube on streaming app I can do on my phone or my iPad. It's so easy. You just gotta click on it and whatnot. But you know, the only thing is though, it comes to like quality wise is not really that good. I think that this is just a little bit better. Um, I don't think it's good per se, um, but it is definitely a lot better. So I can't see everybody, unfortunately, because of the fact that I can't see the chat. I don't know what you guys are saying, but let me see. Give me another 2 more minutes, and I promise I'll get this down. I swear. I swear. I promise. Um, All right. Can anybody say something in the chat so that way I know you guys are here? Michael, I know you're watching. Is it working? Oh, cool. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Thanks. Thanks, Pancake Spy. So, it's weird because I have the live chat. I have um, the viewer open on Google Hangout. For some reason, the software I was trying to use to live stream didn't work properly, so I don't know exactly what's going on. That was my phone. But yeah, so most of the guys from CEA couldn't really be here today because they're either working or whatnot. So it's just pretty much going to be me today. But it's all good because we're going to hang out here for like an hour and just get to know each other or whatnot. But how is everybody doing so far? Anybody have any questions so far? Everybody doing good? Let's see. It no worky. Why? So there might be a little bit of a delay as well too, um, when it comes to using this Google Hangout thing. For some odd reason, it's like delayed and whatnot, but it's all right. It's all good. So right now I'm actually in the studio right now. As you can see, there's a backdrop that I normally use for the videos. There's my camera that I use for recording these videos. So I'm just gonna go through all these questions that I see that's coming on right now. So Nathan Gwynn, what's up, man? How you doing? Um, what's your opinion on? Oh, thanks. But what's your opinion on gas blowback? Hmm. Gas blowback is actually really cool, and I'll tell you why. Because it kind of gives you that realistic look to it, which is awesome. The only thing is that when it comes to using gas blowback, it's in my opinion, it's actually really good as far as for like smaller guns like pistols, obviously revolvers, things like that. Oh, actually, revolvers aren't even gas blowback. Sorry, but yeah, more mainly pistols. But there's also a bunch of like rifles out there that are um, gas blowback as well too, like the KWA LM4. I usually like to um, keep it small as far as for gas blowers like pistols and things like that, because as far as maintenance is actually really good on a pistol, because you literally have to just take it apart so easily and grease up the slide usually, any internal parts as well too. Honestly, with that, that's actually a lot better in my opinion, because using like like the KWA LM4, it it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, just to take it apart to maintain it. I have a KWA MP7 though. The MP7 is actually not so bad compared to the LM4. Um, but ultimately, gas blowback is fun. But with the larger like primary guns, you have to be careful because one, the mags can usually lead up to be very expensive. Like the KWA magazines I have are about $60 a pop, and right now one of the magazines is leaking. So that's also one thing you have to worry about. Versus like a pistol, you spend like maybe 20-30 bucks for a magazine, which is not so bad. Maintenance is not so bad. So definitely look into gas blowback pistols. The rifles, though, I'm not really a big fan of because of the fact of that feature when it comes to maintenance and mags being very expensive. So yeah, man, definitely check it out. Um, Pancakes Pie says, "What gun do you recommend for CQB?" So CQB, close quarter battle. So I mainly play it. Obviously, most of you guys see all the videos. Mainly, I play CQB. Only reason being is because outdoors I have very bad allergies. So CQB, there's a lot of different types of guns that are good, but it really depends on what you like. There's a lot of guns as far as like M4s, MP5s. a lot of different types of things. Sniper rifles. The only thing is those sniper rifles you have to be very careful because um, they have a higher FPS rate, so you have to really watch out for that. Um, but CQB, Elite Force, the Elite Force M4, CQC is good, CQB is good. Pretty much like G&G is also good as well too, because majority of them are all CQB based, which is good. A lot of them go for about like maybe 330 to 350 FPS, which is still not so bad. Um, so definitely check it out. There's a lot of different types of guns. The one I mainly use for indoor, well, what I used to use for indoor is Elite Force M4 CQC. Very compact, very lightweight. It's made out of polymer. I actually did a review on it, so definitely check it out in the video list that I have, the playlist that I have, and you'll definitely see it. Michael, really? Michael's asked, when's the next time you go to play Airsoft? Honestly, I don't know. It's up to somebody that's really important to you. You know, ask your dad, because your dad is is a my right hand partner when it comes to playing airsoft. He's my best teammate ever, and also your uncle. Nathan, again, what company builds the best gun? Hmm. There's a lot, actually. As far as build quality, I would definitely have to say ICS and G&G. ICS has really great build quality because they mainly use a lot of full metal parts. The ICS that I have, which is a CXP Sportline, that one is actually full metal, which is great. It's full metal based. But the cool thing about ICS, though, it has kind of like a split gearbox. And the best version of that split gearbox, well, the best reason for that split gearbox is because of the fact that with that type of gun that I have, I can actually use it for indoor or outdoor, which is great, because you can easily just take out the bolt and change it up in a few seconds, which is great. Their build quality is definitely awesome because of the fact that it has a lot of great, strong and sturdy exteriors and also interiors as well too. However, ICS can be a little bit more on the pricey side. I know I bought that gun that I got, that ICS CXP, I think for about a couple $100, $300, somewhere around there. I don't remember. If you're looking for something that's good, that has a good amount of build quality, and that's strong and sturdy, I use G&G currently right now for my Firehawk Polar Star. And honestly, I love G&G because of the fact that it's definitely strong and definitely sturdy as well too. And they're not that bad of a price because you can definitely get a good, decent ICS for I think like $150, you know, just bare bones, which is cool. Yeah, Craig, 1911 is definitely a good gun. Um, I actually have like I think two of them. I have a Wii High Kappa, which is long retired, um, and now the one I have is the Elite Force 1911 A1 Tactical, the one with the brown and the black one. I think everybody has it, but I like that gun actually because it's 1911 is actually one of my favorite guns. First off, because it's classic. It definitely has that strong like military look. I don't know if you guys ever shot a 1911. I have shot several times, and they have a very good kick to it. Very good kick to it. Um, and it's really good as far as the 1911. Can you please? Okay. I mean, definitely. Hey, Nathan, I'll definitely check it out as soon as we're done here today, and definitely check it out. Um, my opinion on the Jack is actually really good. Knock on wood, I have not had any issues with the Polar Star Jack. It's definitely a great way to get into the HPA world without spending like a good amount of money. Like fusion engines are very expensive. Vulcans are not that bad. But the jack itself, you know, it's basically like just like a simple drop-in kit. Um, the the G&G Firehawk I have is used with a Polar Star jack, and quite frankly, it's really cool. I like it a lot. And it's simple and it's cheap and it's not that expensive. Um, Nathan, no, I am not ex-military. I'm not in any sort of military or anything like that. I don't, but it is, well, I mean, military wise, honestly, there are a few of my friends that are in the military, that are in the Navy, that are in the Army, that are in the Marine Corps. Um, Honestly, I have to give them so much credit, because they're out there, um, fighting for this country and protecting us, and I have to give them so much credit because they're one of the strongest people that I know. Out of my friend zone, really, and I've known them for quite some time, and they have sacrificed so much, which is great. And they're here just to protect everybody in this country. Um, so yeah, definitely, I'm not ex-military. Um, I like where I'm at right now. I like what I do right now. So it's something that I'm not really being in the military. I'm not really passionate in being in the military, but I have to, like I said again, I have to give them credit because they're probably one of the strongest people that I've known so far. When's the next time I'm playing Airsoft? Honestly, I don't know. I think I'm probably, I don't know. I may be going this Saturday. I'm not sure. Depending on the rest of the team. So depending on the rest of the team, it's up to them really. Do I play in Florida? No, I don't play in Florida. Um, but I've been to Florida numerous times, and it is a great place to go, especially with the parks and whatnot. So, um, how many people are watching right now? Oh, there's only 6 people watching. Okay, no problem. Um, Let me see here. Let's see. So, yeah, how's everybody been doing so far? I mean, honestly, one of the main things that amazes me is actually all of you guys, um, because a year, I'd say, what, a year and a half ago, we started with, I don't know, what, 14 subscribers. Now we're at a little over 3,500. I honestly, I gotta thank you guys for sticking around so long and waiting, because I don't know if you guys saw the previous stream that I did on July 3rd, um, but you guys haven't seen. I haven't been on this channel for quite some time, for a good amount of time right now, um, but it's not because I didn't forget about it. Believe me, you guys are my top number one priority right now. Um, I have been working on something else that's totally non-airsoft related, and I'm almost. I'd say by I would say probably by August, mid-August. That's when I'll probably announce it, to you guys, and I hope I see you guys there as well too, because you guys have done so many things for me as far as just watching our videos, commenting and liking, and honestly, the team and I can't thank you guys enough. Um, and honestly, I haven't seen the rest of the team in so long because everybody's been so busy with work and whatnot. So hopefully, maybe sometime soon, we'll probably be at Striker Airsoft. Can I give you a clue? You know what? I did give you guys a clue on July 3rd. If you haven't seen that video, because I remember you being there, Pancake Spy. Um, um, but one thing that I will show you today that I've also been working on for this channel. Let me show you real quick. So, because of you guys inspired me to do so many things about this channel and kind of like, um, grow in this channel, which is really cool. But one thing that I will show you today, and right now this is just a prototype. Hold on. Sorry. Do you have any sponsors? Because if you do, to set my channel, I need some sponsors. If you please talk good about me. So, um, Nathan, yes, we are sponsored right now by Fox Airsoft. They're based in Colorado. Um, and they've given us so many tools to use for this channel as well too. But definitely check out Fox Airsoft because they're our current sponsor, and they have a lot of great items that you can actually get for Airsoft, which is cool. But if you are going to be shopping with them, definitely use Century Elite in the coupon code box so that we can save a couple bucks. And definitely check them out. Gabriel, what's up, man? What's your favorite airsoft gun? Who? I got a lot, man. Favorite airsoft gun, I think ultimately would be my KWA MP7. That's one of them. The ASG Scorpion's is second. The ASG CZP09 P09 is the third. I have a lot. There's a lot. Hey, Will, how you doing? But sorry, getting back into what I was trying to say with what I have with me right now. Actually, you know what? I am going to show you in 2 seconds as soon as I get it up and ready. This is something that's been worked on for, I'd say, the past few months. PTS Masada or Crytek CRB? Ooh. That's a good one, Fake. Ooh, that's a tough one. Actually, you know what? I'm probably gonna go. If I had to go for looks, I'm gonna go for the PTS Masada. But if I'm gonna go with a good gun, I definitely say Crytek. Crytek makes a lot of great guns. Okay, so after I answer Will Charlish's question, I'll definitely get into this really cool clue that I have for you two guys today. So what made me start Airsoft? That's a good question. That's actually kind of like a little short story in a way. So it actually all, let me get a drink real quick. So it all started with a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine that I'd known for, I'd say, what, 10 years, maybe actually a little bit more than 10 years. And well, you know what? The only thing is, because the person who I'm going to mention is probably in this chat and watching right now, but when it comes to Airsoft, it was really more and more about his son, who wanted to get out a little bit more, wanted to take him out and play basketball and some sports, but he couldn't really keep up with his son because his son is super strong. It's unbelievable. He's so quick. It's unbelievable. So he couldn't keep up with his son because of that. And I mentioned to him, I'm like, what does he like to do? What does your son like to do? He likes to play airsoft. And I'm like, you know what? That's it. We're gonna go play airsoft. Let's go to an airsoft store, pick out our guns, and then go. And from that point on out, it just started growing. Essentially, we started playing airsoft back in October of 2013, but our YouTube channel was started in I'm sorry, 2014. 2014. But our YouTube channel started March 2015. So after just watching a bunch of YouTube airsoft players, it just took off from there. Nathan, again, do you have any M10 P grenade or classic gas blowback military World War II ones? I don't know what a P grenade is. As far as classic gas blowback military rifles, I don't have that. Mainly, I have AEG, HPA, and GBB. So it really all depends. Wyatt Nickel asked, what gun do you recommend? Honestly, there's a lot of guns that are available. Um, there's a lot of companies that are out there. I would definitely do a lot of research. I would definitely find out what type of gun that you like. And actually, you know what? Visit your local airsoft store wherever you're from, and get a feel for them. You know, see if it's something you like. Um, and one thing I do recommend if you are going to be starting airsoft, think about the weight factor. Think about how heavy it is, um, because of the fact that sometimes when it comes to weight, um, there are some people that I know that use full metal guns and have like a bunch of attachments on it, from flashlights to sights, to grips and things like that. And after a while, carrying like a plate carrier, carrying a gun, carrying a secondary, carrying extra magazines can get very, very heavy. My ICS that I have was essentially a primary that I have, and it's full metal, but it was heavy. And I literally took off all the sights, took off all the lights and whatnot, and it was at least like 3 pounds lighter, but it was still heavy. So that's why I switched over to HPA and got a lighter gun. So, but I am now going to show you something really cool, something that I've been working on. It's a prototype right now, so don't judge it. It's something that I ordered online to see what it's like, to see what the material is like, to see how, if this company is good. So I did purchase a few of these guys, but when it comes to these items, though, it's actually really, really cool. So what I have to show you, check it out. See if this is good. So I have our first prototype for our CEA shirt. Now, see, now the only thing is, though, this company is not really that good because it's crooked. So this company is out, and I don't like them. The other one is these guys. So these are just prototypes. These are just just to see how it is. So there's still a lot of work and still a lot of research going into this, because it's a bulk load, because I'm getting a lot of shirts, and I want to make sure that all the shirts that I get are good quality, that are great quality rather, um, because if it's not, I don't want anybody to be disappointed in the quality of it. There are going to be a bunch of different colors as well too. Um, the black one is just a standard color that I got, which it might not be black for the shirt. I'm thinking about white, a white shirt with red lettering, or a red shirt with white lettering. It's definitely have to revolve somewhere around with red, because red is our color. Black, I don't know how black got in there though, but I don't remember how it got in there. But yeah, it's definitely something that we're working on, and a bunch of other things as well too. And hopefully, you guys are definitely up for it. We're definitely going to be starting a merch store, merchandise store in a way, probably within the next few months, maybe even the next year or so, depending on where we go with this channel. But again, there's a lot of work that I'm putting through this, especially with the other channel as well too that I'm working on. That's another clue for you, Pancake Spies, because I definitely remember you being there, because the second channel I've been focusing on for the past month and a half or so. And it's something that's really cool. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I'm sorry. What about Gray? Gray, I don't know. Gray, I'd probably have to discuss it with the other guys and see if they're up for it. But gray, I don't know. It depends. It depends on the gray. If it's like a dark gray, kind of like I don't know. That's a good question. I know. I gotta look at it though. I gotta look at gray. That's a good option though. That's definitely a good option. So I see that the number of people watching have been going up and down, up and down. So whoever just joined in, thanks for coming in. Thanks for hanging out. But I kind of want to know about you guys. Where are you guys from? What do you guys like to play, or where do you guys play rather? So yeah, I mean that's awesome. Let's see. Patterson. Oh, Airsoft Antonio. What's going on, man? You're a New Jersey resident too. How you doing? So I just noticed that there is a little bit of a delay when it comes for um, the live thing. I have to get used to this because I am not used to this at all, and it is something that's really weird for me. Let me see. DSG builds reliable. I've heard mixed things about it. I unfortunately I haven't got a chance to really use it. Um, but I've heard some people say they like it. Some people love it. I don't know. That's a good question though. You know what? That's a good thing that I have to um, kind of check up on and see how it is. Pancake Spy from New Jersey plays checking on my UMP 45. Um, where are you? I am at my studio. um, I plant Sugar Airsoft. I'm assuming you play at Sugar Airsoft in New Jersey, and I play a trick on Airsoft. Oh, okay, cool. Combat City, Orlando, Florida. I play with my M4 KBOA. Very nice, very nice. That's awesome. That's cool. I mean, there's a lot of people that are in here right now, and I think people keep coming in and out. Um, but something that I do want to mention when it comes to uh, this channel, you might not see me for a little bit. Again, I'll probably post up some older gameplay for you guys to watch and enjoy. But I might not be posting any other videos soon, not just yet, because again, there's a lot of work going on to something else, and I will definitely keep you guys posted as I promised. And I hope you guys can join me onto the other channel that I have because it's a passion that I've always had to do. And whatnot. But do you guys have any questions for me? Anything for me at all? Let's see. As you can see, I'm drinking my iced coffee because it's extremely hot outside. All right. Oh, good question, man. Have I ever traveled with airsoft gear? I have not. I have not traveled with airsoft gear. And besides the fact that even if I did have airsoft gear, I don't think it would actually be allowed on a let's say for example a plane. One because I have a Polar Star, I have HPA, then I have a KWA gas blowback. So that's I don't know. That's a good question though. I've thought about it, but I haven't. But because of the fact that I am going somewhere next month, I was thinking about bringing it along, but then it was just too much of a hassle. So I am planning to go somewhere in August, and again, you guys will see. But I know there's a few other people online that have done it. Um, a lot of people that I've seen, like Jet, Desert Fox, Novrich, Jonathan Higgs from Airsoftology, P90 Girl. I know P90 Girl always travels all the time. Um, but I know for a fact there's a lot of people that travel with their airsoft gear. I haven't really traveled with it. I know most of the guys have traveled with only just like AEGs that I've seen. I don't know. I could be wrong. So I don't know. Have you ever thought having a subscriber meetup? I've thought about it, but I don't know. Probably sometime soon, maybe at Striker Airsoft or maybe somewhere. I don't know. I don't know. It's in the works, bro. Definitely. I play with a well L96 sniper rifle, and I want to ask you, at a s- have you ever been at a sniper? Um, I haven't shot a sniper rifle per se as far as airsoft. I've shot a sniper rifle again at a range. Um, have I ever gotten shot with a sniper rifle? I have. I think a couple weeks ago there was one guy at Striker Airsoft sniping people, and he was actually pretty good because I didn't even see it, but it was definitely, I guess, FPS legal in a way. But he was pretty good. But I kind of outsmarted him and actually flanked him and go around. See, the only thing is though, if you're gonna be a sniper at any field, at any type of field or whatnot, you have to be quick, you have to be quiet, and if you get discovered, you have to run like hell. Navarich is definitely one of my favorites, my favorite um, airsoft YouTubers, because he's great as far as his camera footage, the way how he plays. Um, and I love how the fact that he is just chilling there. But when it comes to playing airsoft, especially if you're sniping, the sniper that I encountered at Striker Airsoft, yes, he was good, but he wasn't really too bright, um, because of the fact that literally he got me maybe once or maybe twice, and literally because I knew for a fact that I always got shot in the same exact spot, I I kind of went around him and flanked him, and I got him. So no big deal. Um, a ghillie suit, yeah, ghillie suit's definitely a recommended if you are going to be playing in outdoors, as far as for sniping. Because I remember there's one kid at Striker wore a ghillie suit indoors, and I was kind of weird. It was kind of weird. It was kind of odd, rather. I don't know why, but hey, whatever you want to do, it's his life. It's the way how he plays, though. Um, but it was kind of cool because kind of seeing a real ghillie suit that I'd never seen one in person, ever. But it's got to be really cool, and it's got to be really really hot, really hot. So yeah. So let's see. So what did you guys think? I got a question for you guys. What did you guys think of this live stream or this hangout rather? Is it something that you guys want to see down the road when I have everything up and running, when working perfectly, or is it something that I was like, oh, that's cool, that's all right? What do you guys think? Hmm. Is airsoft heading downhill? Huh. Um, I don't know. That's a good question. I think because of the fact that when it comes to the laws of playing air, not laws, but like government laws on airsoft, they're kind of like very very strict about it. I don't know. That's a good question. I know for a fact that there are a lot of businesses that are not doing good because of the fact that it they're saying really more on the airsoft how it's going downhill because nobody's playing anymore. um, I don't personally, I don't think that it is. It's really more just the place, the location, the business, the venue, that really don't have any people playing in their venue specifically, because it's really the type of field that it is. It's the amount of people that are there. It's probably the workers that are there. Um, I know of a place here in Jersey that I used to play, and honestly now they are absolutely not my top places to go, because honestly, as far as like indoor CQB environments, again, because I play indoor CQB because it's better for me because I have allergies. Um, but when it comes to indoor CQBs, there's really only one place that is decent and good, in New Jersey. But then again, it's a far hike for me. It's like about an hour and a half drive away from me. But is it worth going? Of course, yeah. But is it worth going there for 2 hours and going back home? Probably not. I would probably stay there all day till they close, depending on the hours. Um, okay, cool. So awesome. You guys like me doing a live stream or Google Hangout. But next time, it's definitely going to be more of a live stream. Um, It's a great way to collaborate on ideas. Yes, it's fun. This is my first time watching a live stream on YouTube. Justin, welcome to the live stream or hangout, whatever you want to call it. I appreciate you hanging out with us, and getting to know me, or getting to know Airsoft rather. Um, what do you think of Cool Crap 567? Honestly, I don't really remember Cool Crap 567 much. I probably have seen a few videos of his. Um, but I don't know if I don't remember the video I watched. That's the problem. Sean Jones, have you ever? I'm assuming, have you ever thought of coming down to San Diego? That's a good question. That's a good question. Um, I actually have thought of coming to San Diego, and something that's really cool, because you know what? Honestly, I'm going to tell you right now where I'm going next month. I'm actually headed over to California. Um, San Diego, though, I don't know yet if I'm going to be going to San Diego, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, because I have family down in San Diego, and it'd be cool to kind of see them because I haven't seen them in so long. Um, but it's a possibility, Sean Jones. You should do a gameplay live stream if that's possible. Um, yeah, Pancake Spy, definitely. That'd be really cool. But I don't think that's definitely not. Actually, you just said it. I don't think it's really possible though. But I can always do a live stream of me at the place where I play at Striker. Um, Hit up Storm Milsom for some events down here. Um, as much as I would love to, be in a Milsim event, because the Milsim events are very, very intense. And I heard some horror stories about Milsim events. I've heard some good stories about Milsim events, and those horror stories are pretty horrific, in my opinion. But not to say that all of them are all bad. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of good Milsim events that are there. Um, that are really good, that are really fun. But the only problem is that depending on where the event is, again, I have very, very bad allergies. Um, it's definitely uh, a cool thing to do. I definitely would love to try Milsim, because in my opinion, it's definitely a simulation, military simulation, obviously. Also, you guys run fun events for non Milsim? Oh well, for Airsoft rather. And can you show us your guns? Actually, you know what, Nathan, I would love to. But to be honest with you, I actually keep all my guns locked up, and the key right now is somewhere else, and I don't have the key with me. I hid the key. Competitive speed. Okay, so speed CQB. I'm assuming speedball, speed soft rather. Speed stuff is definitely intense too. I used to play when I was a lot younger. I used to play paintball a lot, and I've seen a lot of speedballers playing, and I'm just like, my God, these guys are crazy. It's like these guys are quick. Um, but yeah, I'm thinking about going to California in August. I don't know. It's actually it's one of the reasons why it's about my new channel. So we're gonna um, leave it at there. Thoughts on Polar Star Jack and versus Fusion Engine? Um, Fusion engine is definitely great. It's definitely a great item to have, especially to be in the HPA world. Polar Star Jack, again, it's also pretty decent. Um, I I currently have a Polar Star Jack. Excuse me. I currently have a Polar Star Jack, and quite frankly, it's actually pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Um, Polar Star Jack is definitely a great way to go without having to spend an arm and a leg on a fusion engine. Would I rather have a fusion engine? Definitely, I would definitely rather have a fusion engine. Um, but as far as cost wise, I'm gonna go with a jack. I mean, the jack is definitely something where you can get into for a much more cheaper cost, and not break the bank, and still have the HPA like experience, when it comes to playing airsoft or paintball or speedsoft, whatever it is. But if I had to choose a specific HPA, definitely I'm going to go to Fusion Engine, because if I'm going to play Speedsoft, I'd probably go with the Fusion Engine for a lot more reliability, because Speedsoft is intense, it's quick, it's fast. You guys know it. I've run into a bunch of Speedsofters, and they are ridiculously quick. Um, as far as just for going playing um, CQB, I probably stick with the Polar Star Jack. So both are good. I like both of them. They're pretty cool. And again, it's just not that expensive versus going for the Jack. Giovanni, hey, I've always wanted to play airsoft. What's your recommendation on best airsoft, like paintball wise? If we're gonna talk about airsoft guns, rather, excuse me. Um, Airsoft ones, if you're looking to get into airsoft, there's a ton of different gear, guns, and it can be very overwhelming as far as what's good, um, what do I spend my money on? Is it reliable? What's the warranty like? I mean, there's a lot of things going on with it. If you are going to be going into airsoft, um, definitely the best thing to do is to pick out the type of gun that you want, because a lot of people are different from each other. A lot of people like or love the M4. A lot of people hate the M4, because everybody has an M4, and quite frankly, I really don't care if everybody has an M4. I have an M4, and I'm proud of it because of the fact that I love the M4 platform. And quite frankly, it's really more of a universal platform, really, in my opinion. Um, but if you're gonna get started on airsoft, as far as brands that I've experienced ICS, G&G, Elite Force, Vulcan, so many brands that I can't even keep track of anymore. And a lot of those types of guns are definitely less than $500. Um, so definitely check it out. I would probably, if you're looking for a gun, I would probably check out our sponsor, Fox Airsoft, foxairsoft.com. And you happen to see or like something that you want to get, definitely use the coupon code Century Elite again. Well, Century Elite, it's just Century Elite. And use that to save a couple bucks on what you're getting, Next event or field I'm going to, Sean, will probably be, again, my home field, Striker Airsoft. Honestly, I can't get enough of that place, because even though the place can be filled with a bunch of people that I'm not a big fan of in a way, certain people, as far as cheaters, mind you. Definitely it's still a place I'll go to just to have fun. Um, is there a limit to what I can bring to certain ranges, like an M16, etc.? Honestly, honestly, the only limit they have to worry about when it comes to certain venues, if you are playing CQB, they do usually have a limit of 350 with .20 gram BBs, I believe, or 0.20 gram BBs, going at 350 FPS. Usually, if you're outdoor, it's somewhere around like 400, 400 FPS, depending also again on the gram of BBs that you have. Fake Kozik, I will see you later. Thanks a lot for hanging out. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming in and just saying what's up. You have a great day now. I wish you well. Okay. But as far as limit wise, yeah, usually the home field that I go to only allows 350 FPS. So when it comes to bringing your gun, if you know what you're shooting, obviously you can bring it along. If you know what you're shooting and it's like a bigger gun, like a LMG, like a light machine gun, or a sniper rifle that's really made for outdoors. Um, I wouldn't recommend it bringing it into a CQB environment. I know for a fact that there's a few people that brought like their huge LMGs or huge sniper rifles that are like a Barrett 50 cal look-alike kind of deal gun, and I'm like, wow, that's a huge sniper rifle. And by the looks of it, I don't think it's going to pass the chrono test, because a lot of the fields end up chronoing your gun, especially with any type of HPA guns. They usually would chrono you out in the field sometimes before even a game starts, just to make sure that you're within the FPS limit. And quite frankly, what, as an HPA user, um, uh, I'd rather have them chrono me, because of the fact, just to show that I'm honest here. This is my FPS setting right now on my HPA tank on my regulator, and I have it at. Usually, I would keep my regulator around 75 to 80 psi, to kind of have like a 335 to 340, maybe almost 350 FPS on a Polar Star. I don't like to go any higher than that, because it hurts getting shot, especially at CQB environment going at 400. Um, Sean Jones, take care. Thank you so much for coming and saying what's up. I appreciate it. Would they let me have a 360 FPS when there's a 350 FPS limit? Honestly, Pancake Spy, that is kind of like in the gray, not really in the gray area, rather. Honestly, it can depend on the venue. Sometimes they'll probably let it slide. Sometimes they might not let it slide. That's a really good question, um, because I know for a fact, I think sometimes at Striker, if you're a little over like 350, going at 355, or maybe even 360, they'll let you go, and they won't really um, hold you back from using your gun. What gun do you prefer to use? Um, I usually can change it up sometimes, once in a while, but usually if I'm gonna go play at a field all day, I'll end up bringing all my guns. Well, actually, I end up bringing three guns really. Um, One, I'll have my HPA gun that I use currently right now, um, and my MP7, and also my 1911. Ooh, sorry guys. I gotta keep moving because I can't sit down all the time for like an hour. Um, yeah, yeah, it's definitely a great thing that I bring usually, because sometimes I'll feel like changing it out, and sometimes I'll use something totally different. So yeah, I know there's a few people that came in late, but um, I think Giovanni, you came in a little bit late, so I just want to say what's up, how you doing? Make sure you're good. But we got about 15 minutes left, because I kind of did start the hangout a little bit late. Um, no, I'm not Hawaiian. I'm Filipino. Well, in a way, it's you're close. We're close to it. So, um, we're close to it. It's not that far off. They're still technically Pacific Islanders. So, and you guys have any other questions for me that are you guys curious about, or something like that? Because this is definitely something that this is something new for me, and this is something that's totally different from what I'm used to doing. Um, because I usually just make the videos, edit them, and post them online. This is something that's totally different again, um, because this is live. This is not edited. This is not not like it's weird for me, honestly. It's really weird for me, because of the fact that I'm interacting with you guys, and I definitely would love to interact more with you guys, and definitely have some time later on, probably be able to do another live stream probably down the road. And honestly, like when it comes to live streaming, it's a little more difficult, just to kind of like see what's going on, um, Do I do these hangouts happen weekly? Um, no, not weekly. Honestly, I it's very hard for me to do a stream almost every week because I do have a day job. I do work somewhere else other than YouTube. I do have a regular job that I go to, pretty much like a 9 to 5 job, really. Um, so if I would like to have these weekly, it would be really cool. But definitely, this is something again I would love to do in the future because going live, it's really cool because of the fact that I get to interact with you guys, and this is a chance for you to see who I really am in a way, other than being behind the camera. Um, but long story short, the funny thing is though, so the way how this YouTube channel started. I'd say about three, I'd say 2 to 4 years ago, I was doing photography for as a side business, as a side job, and it was great. It was fun. I love doing it because of the fact that I can actually create a story or create a photograph into something that's really cool and that looks really amazing. In the long run, it got to the point where I was doing really good with it. I was getting a lot of exposure with it, which is great. I was getting a lot of gigs, but then it got to the point where something that I really love so much got to the point where it got stressful and very hard to maintain. And a lot of the anxiety was built up, a lot of stress was built up, and it eventually just went from up here to going downhill. Um, and I had so much equipment that I invested in throughout, like, let's say 5 to 6 years. I have this backdrop here that I invested in. I have these lights that are shining on me right now that I have invested in, and quite frankly, it is something that I left to do this. And honestly, I love doing this. This is a great way to kind of like do something extra and kind of have fun with. So as far as doing hangouts weekly, eventually I would say eventually maybe yes, but as of right now, it's probably going to be announced, and I'll announce it when we're going to do another one. Do you know why there are FPS limits would have punched through wood at CQB? I understand 400 FPS limits are outdoors though. So yeah, there is a reason why there are FPS limits because in CQB environments, having a really high FPS gun can possibly end up breaking skin, rather, per se. I mean, granted, for a fact, even though with like a 350, at pretty much at point blank, you can still break skin though. But having 400 FPS it hurts a lot. Outdoors, though, you have a much more wider range of area to kind of fire at. Um, Usually, depending where you are as well, too, is one of the biggest things as well. Because some fields may have no limits, some fields may have no bang bang rule, which I'm not a big fan of. It honestly, it really all depends. And um, pancake spy, yeah, exactly. There so certain limits are at 375 and no bang bang. So they could ban you one piss over the limit. Sometimes, yeah, that's true. Sometimes they can ban you for having a lot of for having higher FPS. Sometimes they can kick you out. I've seen people get kicked out at Striker Airsoft because one guy, one adult, mind you, he's a little bit older than I am, probably, I would say, and definitely interacted with somebody else who was a minor, um, and was, I would say, inappropriate. I wouldn't say it's inappropriate, but it's not good to do. So Striker Airsoft has a no touching policy. You cannot touch anybody, regardless who they are. If you're friends, fine, that's totally different. Um, but there's one gentleman that I had that ended up getting kicked out because of what he did to one of my guys in my team. And one of my guys is a mile. Actually, three of my teammates are minors. But even though they are minors, they're still family to us. They're brothers. So yeah, I do have Twitter, Giovanni. definitely head over to one of the other videos, and you'll see the links. You'll see that link there. I have Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all that jazz. Definitely go to Twitter though. Follow us on Twitter because the Twitter account's been pretty much established. But definitely go to Twitter because that's where I usually post up a lot of updates and stuff like that. So definitely follow it. All right, guys. So, do you guys have any other questions for me before we end this hangout real quick? What is a knife in a field? Um, knife knifing is pretty fun actually, but usually a lot of these, or actually majority of the fields, would require you to have a knife. Really, it's just honestly in the field itself, it's really just touching them with a knife, indicating that you got to kill, because you can't really stab them. Even though it is a rubber knife, you just really can't stab them. Um, like I know for a fact I've gotten a lot of heat on that cheater video that I posted about a year ago. I've gotten a lot of heat about that. Um, honestly, that was one of the first videos I did. Not really one of the first videos, but one of the videos that I encountered with, as far as a cheater wise. There was here's the truth behind that video. Here's the truth. So it just got to the point where it was pretty much like the end of the night. This was probably the last game or so, probably, and there was this person that came in. Probably, I'd say 2 hours in. Then he finally ended up playing at the end, which was weird. I don't know why. Um, and literally, it got to the point where all the people in my team, not even just CEA, but people that we're playing with in our team, um, were shooting at this one person. Everybody was shooting at this one person because he would not call it whatsoever, whatsoever. Um, and that was a point where I got extremely frustrated because clearly he's looking at the other direction and I'm shooting from the side and I don't have any cover on me and I'm literally pulling the trigger on him. And yeah, even though I had a pistol, but it got to the point where I was actually running a good amount of distance and actually be able to get him. Um, so it got to the point where I was extremely frustrated with it. And it got to the point where it was just unbelievable. And it got to the point where I couldn't take it anymore. And I was just like, you know what? Look, um, let's see if I can humiliate him in a way. Let's see if I can actually get him to call his hit this time. You know, and what I did was I ended up uh, going around him and I had one other person cover me, and I was like, "Hey, cover me! I'm gonna go around them, around the building." And I saw the same exact person again, not calling it, and I ran up to him, and I literally tapped him and said, "Knife kill." I don't know if he called it because I ran off right after that and I got hit. Um, but you know, it was something that I wanted to do because of the fact that this guy is not calling his hits whatsoever. Basically, he was playing God mode, um, and he didn't want to call anything whatsoever. And it got to the point where I was extremely frustrated. Everybody is frustrated. Everybody tried to light him up, and you know what? I'm like, screw it. Let's go around and let's see if I can get him with a knife kill. And I did. And honestly, after that, I was just like, I'm done. No more. So I'm actually going to call the hangout off now. Well, not really call it off, but call it a day. But if you guys have any other questions, definitely ask away before I sign out. I'll give you guys another minute if you want, because I know there's a little bit of a delay between me and you, especially where I'm at right now with my internet connection not being too good. Um, but if you guys are cool and don't have any other questions or anything like that for me, um, definitely I appreciate each and every single one of you for hanging out and getting to know about CEA, asking questions about what's the best type of gun, that things like that. I appreciate every single little bit of you guys coming in and just having a quick chat. Um, hey man, Giovanni, no problem, man. But definitely, if you're new to this channel, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button, and comment below if you guys have any other questions as far as for Airsoft. So I will see you guys later, and thank you again for hanging out so much. I promise you guys, I will uh, keep giving you some clues on what's going on that new channel that I have. I hope you guys will be there as well too, because you guys supported us in the long run for so long, and I can't wait to show you what I've been working on. Have a good day, guys. Stay cool, because here in Jersey it is extremely hot today. It's like 95. Stay cool, stay indoors, stay in air conditioning because it's hot. I will see you guys later. Again, thank you so much. All right, be safe, be well, and have fun when it comes to playing Airsoft. Oh, what's up, Pancake? um, well, as far as the new channel, I'm not going to say anything yet, but if you happen to find out what it is, by all means, go ahead, do your research, see if you can find it, because I made sure nobody found it in a way just yet. But if you happen to find it, I'll give you some kudos on that. I'll give you a thumbs up on that. Um, but it's a running channel right now as we speak. I am not going to give any names yet, because I'm not going to give you the channel name yet, because it's halfway done. Not halfway done. Yeah, I would say halfway done. It's in the works. I kind of don't want to show you just yet. Um, Again, I will give you clues again. You already know majority of the clues. It's another channel. It is a yeah. Okay, whatever. We'll leave it at that. Giovanni. All right. Cool. Awesome, man. Um, Again, I will keep you guys posted on what the new channel is gonna be like. I guarantee you, you guys are gonna love everything about it. I hope so. You do. But to keep in mind, it's not airsoft related, not airsoft related, but it's still something cool that I love to do. Um, so um, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook and Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. All the links are in some description below. Definitely follow us, because it is something that's really cool, and we can keep you guys updated on what's going on. Again, in the long run, I hope you guys are safe. Enjoy the rest of your summer. Stay cool. Stay indoors where it's air conditioned, because it is extremely hot here in New Jersey. And I will see you guys later.